So, what exactly did I just buy? What does a copper membership entail me to do?
Copper membership lets you play on the computers. We know who you are. We have not only an account for you on the computer, we know how to contact you. We know what you look like. All that. We're also able to offer you discounts. So, in return for us knowing your name, address, phone number, and whatnot, we can say, okay, we'll give you 5% off for you coming in. This kind of doesn't seem like a lot, but if you realize what people spend here over the course of 6 or 8 months, I mean, I can go in and show you. You know, there's examples of people spending $600, $800, $1,000 a year. And when you think about even 5% of that, that's 50, 60 bucks. I mean, that's not bad. Even if you're not getting anything else out of it, that's still a nice chunk of money that you're going to get. On the other hand, you also have people who can go up, and we decided that having levels of membership will allow people to sort of game the system. They would be able to say, okay, I'm going to get off, I'm going to buy some time on this day where it's half off and get enough Roxx points to build me up to this high, and then I can burn them off at this point when it's full time and get it out for free to offset this other 2 times that I had to buy full price hours. So it kind of balances out. Then I'll give you the option. Do you want a short-term benefit by burning off your Roxx points? For 5 Roxx points is 1 free hour. Every 6th hour free, basically. Or do you want to, you know, be a little bit more conservative? Do you want to save them? Don't burn them off. Just keep getting hours when you can. Pretend like Roxx points don't exist. And then every now and then you'll notice that your balls is cheaper. But wow, wait, that's usually $248, isn't it? Well, yeah, but for you now it's only $237. You know, how much is it going to be for me to sign up for an online pass? Well, it used to be $19.50, now it's only $18. Yeah, because they're getting 15% for saving up their Roxx points. So at any point they can spend them off to get more. They can let it accrue at a higher level. They can burn them off so that they fall below a percentage level. It's all about what you want to do with your Roxx points. They're a commodity and they're an investment. So we had a lot of time to think about this. It took like 3 years to get the store rolling. So we figured out a lot of our process early on, which was real nice. When we hit the ground running, it's like, oh, we know how this works. We had to do very little tweaking with it, and people really seem to enjoy the little game aspect.
Okay. So what is each area of the store and its significance? I know is this the lounge?
This is the lounge. Yeah, it's 10 feet by 20 feet. A little smaller than what we wanted. Initially, the store was supposed to be like, we have 1,800 square feet. It was supposed to be 2,600. That's our ideal space. It was about 26 to 2,800. This is about as available as big as we go into this. The storefront that goes back long and narrow. That's originally how we had planned the place to be. Put the coffee shop up front, put the gaming out in the back, and it feels more coffee shop area, more traffic, etc. In this case, the spaces that we had to rearrange here all serve a function. So in this case, the lounge is for hanging out. We have the comfy couches, we have booth chairs, we have a ginormous big screen TV that can either be gamed on or movies to watch on. We have musical instruments laying around in case you want to play guitar. It's just, this is the place for people to hang out and socialize. And it is on the opposite side of the store from the gaming. So it's more separate. You can put a separate event happening here and over there. The other part over there is more of a cafe area. It's got a couple more comfy chairs. We're actually thinking that, you know, depending on how busy we get, we might replace those with one or more 4-topper tables, depending on how much seating we can go. We might move one of those comfy chairs over here. We kept the floor plan fairly open with nothing bolted down, so we can rearrange as necessary. Over the far side, there's gaming tables with computers on them. We designed the poles and everything in the shelves the computers are on. We were going sort of for a presentation look, like, hey, there's the computers. they're on they're on altars. You can see them up there. They're set in a high place.
You're putting the PC on a pedestal.
Yeah, basically. So they can be admired. The first thing you do when you walk in. The far table was built as kind of a laptop station, so people kind of go over and plug in their laptops. Ideally, it was supposed to have 10 more computers on it, but we had such horrendous cost overruns getting this place open that we couldn't afford 10 more computers to put there. We're working on it. If we ever get more successful, we'll definitely have this. But each of the places in the store is kind of designed for its own little use. We designed a nice, big, spacious coffee bar area. We could have actually taken the coffee bar down to about 2/3 the size and still gotten out of it what we needed to. We might switch the position of several of the stations now if we were doing it. We might put the register more in the corner and the coffee machine more over here, and we might rearrange that. But ultimately, what we had paced out, everything is 3 feet apart from each other, so it's real easy for 2 to 3 people to work behind a counter. Especially people of perhaps not average girth, to not destroy each other with elbows and butts trying to get into coolers. Most coffee shops are designed for skinny little goth baristas. And it's like, we're a little larger than that. We're going to be able to move equipment in and out if necessary, so we built it a little larger maybe. But yeah, we tried to make this place with as limited space as we have as malleable as possible. So the lounge, if necessary, can turn into a place to have tournaments. We moved these couches to different spaces, set up a table where you're sitting, and put a 32-inch tube TV on it. And suddenly we have people playing Smash Brothers here, people playing Smash Brothers over there, another Halo tournament happening over here. It's compartmentalized to some degree. And that's happened a few times, where we've had people playing Magic the Gathering, and then people over here doing another Smash Brothers tournament. They're not really in each other's way. That's the best you can do with a smaller space, to try to fit as many people in and keep it as flexible as possible. So that's kind of how the layout is. We wanted to put the tables through the front so people could see things. The lamps for a nice area light, because we noticed that it was harder to play board games and stuff because that light from the ceiling really wasn't there. And sometimes at night we turn the lights off and we have really nice ambiance with these, colored ceiling lights that shine on the floor. So yeah, the flow of the place is not exactly what we might have wanted it to be in the first place, but we had to build with what we had. And this was an old Domino's, so we had to build out and around with the old Domino's. And I think we did a pretty good job of where people are and how the flow goes. We haven't had a lot of problems with it.